Greetings fellow Africans, this is Bachubaz Online TV. My name is Stanley Vulman. I'm here with my fellow
Ibrahim James.
Yeah, together we are going to discuss another thing which may face us Africa as continent or our African countries. It is concerning a lockdown.
Of course.
Today we are going to look on lockdown.
Of course.
How lockdown will affect us, and what are the benefits of lockdown.
And the effect of lockdown for us as the African country.
Yeah, I would like my fellow Africans, I think you've enjoyed the video which show how we run our daily activities.
Of course.
Our daily
life.
Economy, our daily life as we Africans. Yeah, so we've seen our fellow Africans conduct their activities in order to get their daily food.
Of course.
Get their daily bread.
Of course.
But due to this pandemic disease, coronavirus,
of course,
COVID-19, we are advised as we Africans from donor countries or from our organization WHO.
Of course, with this organization.
Yeah, that we have to conduct a lockdown in our countries.
In order to reduce the spread, a large spread of that pandemic disease.
Yes.
Of course.
COVID-19.
Yes.
But this lockdown,
of course,
it's a good idea to do it in our countries.
Of course.
But we are here today, we want to see the effects.
Of course, as the African, how it can affect us and affect our daily life, as you see how we learn our life in that video there. So today we are going to talk about the effect when we try to lock down our region, country, and even our continent. So my fellow, you can continue.
Let's go and see the benefits of lockdown.
Of course.
From my side, I see the benefit of lockdown. There's only one benefit.
Of course.
That is reduce the spread of COVID-19.
Of course.
To the people.
Of Of course.
The number of affected people will be
decreased
day per day once we conduct a lockdown in
our country,
our countries, or our region, our cities.
Of course.
But this is the only benefit. But in the other side, the effect or the negative effect
of
lockdown in our African countries, there are so many. We can mention the few by today.
Of course.
The first is the fire in the economy.
Of course.
Yeah. Since we have this video there, people conducting their life. This is how African will learn our economy every day.
Of course.
Yeah. Through locking down means people will never continue working.
Of course.
You see there, people sell, see people buy. That's how our economy run. Through that,
of course,
our government
gets revenue.
So once people are in their homes, how can this being run? How can them learn their
daily life? Of course. So as you talking about our daily life, it's depending on our small business, like you see there in that video. So if we conduct a lockdown in our country, our economic will fall. How? It's when our country or our government depend to get revenue from those business of local and larger business which are conducted in our country. So when we conduct a lockdown in our region or country, it means that our government will not get a revenue from those who done those business. So we know that our Tanzanian country as the center, which there is many country behind that, or our neighbors country depend on us through our borders, you know, because we have seaport, we have I see
roads.
Of course.
Yeah.
So when we conduct a lockdown, it means that there is no transportation of product or importation of product. So what will happen to other countries which depend from us? They depend from us, and also we depend from them for building our own economy through there to pass their goods in our country. So, you know,
countries like Congo, Zambia,
of course,
Burundi, Rwanda,
of course,
they depend on our seaports. So once we conduct lockdown in our countries,
of course,
means the economic activity will stop.
Of course.
By stopping it, then our economy
will fall. Of course.
That is how it can affect us.
Of course.
Another effect is poverty.
Of course.
We have seen that our parents, our fellow Africans who are parents, are working there, conduct their daily activity there in order to attain the food or the money to run their families.
Of course.
So once we conduct a lockdown, means those activities will stop.
Of course, because
once it stops, the poverty will come.
Of course.
Or the poverty will
attack
rise.
Us. Of course.
Will rise more than here we are.
Of course.
Because we're still poor. So once we conduct this lockdown, means the economy will stop and the poverty will still rise in our African countries.
Of course.
By doing so means it will affect us, and it will make us to be dependent.
Of course, because you know, if the country accepted to lock down, and we know that our country have not enough money to feed their peoples, you know, so when you know that we don't have enough money for food all citizens, so it means that our government will engage in loan. So when you engage in loan, it means that after this pandemic to be clear, so it means our country will have big loans. So when you have big loans, we still their citizen. I think that their citizen, their life will be understandard, it will be substandard. Of course.
After that, since we have big loans, so government should work for paying it.
Of course.
Not for developing infrastructure,
of course,
social services.
Of course.
For that will be poor.
Of course.
Yeah, that is how lockdown also can affect us.
Of course.
Another effect of lockdown, it may lead to conflicts.
Of course.
Between citizens and their leadership.
Of course.
Since we citizens we are commanded to stay in our homes, not conducting some activities. Means once we get troubles like loss of food,
of course,
homes, we will blame
Of course, and we come out with
leadership.
For the leadership, of course. So even if people at home can relate to their government or their leader, even other political parties which go against with the government, they can get a way to start conflict. Of course, those then which don't help, who don't get those services from the government. So for that situation, it means that the conflict will occur easily.
Yeah,
I think that
lockdown may lead to conflict to us Africans.
Of course.
Another effect, it may lead to hunger or
starvation. Of course.
Diseases like disasters.
Of course.
Disaster like hunger and death.
Of course.
This is once people fail to get their daily bread.
Of course.
It means there will be hunger in a particular country. Due to hunger, people may die.
Of course, and for situation of our life in African and how we live, it means that when starvation or hunger is occur, it means many people are going to die more than people who are dying with COVID-19. I think it is real.
The large number of people will die.
Of course.
Compared to the number of people who will be died due to COVID-19 once this lockdown is not conducted in African countries.
Of course.
So by that we have seen this year effective lockdown. So we Africans, we advise not to
force people that lockdown
about this COVID, about this lockdown.
Of course.
This is the citizens who need lockdown. Who say our government don't protect us.
Of course.
Since they refuse to conduct
lockdown in our country.
In a country like Tanzania, there, Mr. President John Pombe Magufuli.
Of course.
He refused to conduct
I've seen that, yes.
Some people didn't understand it. They just blaming to our leadership. They don't conduct lockdown, we die due to COVID-19, but they didn't see the negative effects of lockdown.
Of course.
Yeah, so we Africans, we can see. We've seen a benefit of this lockdown. There is one benefit.
Of course.
But there's so many effects of that. So we Africans, we should understand our leadership.
And due to that, we have one advice or an addition to this topic or this issue, is that to follow the instruction which Minister of Health advise all citizens to follow that in order to avoid COVID-19. Not only lockdown. If there is no lockdown, but we can follow this instruction. We wash our hand, social distance. Of course. Of course, I think it will be better.
Or doing anything. Or once you touch something, or you are from outside your home.
Of course.
You have to sanitize your hands, wearing masks.
Of course.
These are the instruction we are given from our
Minister of
Health. So we have to follow them so as to eradicate this COVID.
Of course.
Also, I would like to thank those or all our fellow Africans who follow us, who still watching us, or who still fighting with us against the enemies of Africa. We fight together to develop Africa. We want one day our Africa to be one of the
richest continent.
The richest, but
of course.
We still see ourselves as we are poor, but we are rich. So we want our Africa to change. We want our fellow Africans also to change.
Of course.
To stand as one, to work together.
Of course.
To have our common currency, to have our common language, to have our common wearing style.
Of course.
Style. We have to stand as one. We Africans, we are one, and not discriminate each other.
Of course.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, also share our video.
Of course.
So there are information to reach to each and every African.
Of course.
And make your African
great.
Thank you for watching and welcome again.